Thank you for joining me. Welcome to TJ's Maths Clinic. Still on WAEC 2025 for school candidate. This is general mathematics, that is core mathematics, paper 2 May June, section B. With us here is question 11A and 11B, the entire question 11. This question carries 12 marks. Let's consider this question. Question A, given that P is given as this 2 by 2 matrix and Q still 2 by 2 matrix. We are asked to find P multiplied by Q plus 2 times Q. This is how the question was. Most people mistaking this for determinant. This is not determinant, rather this is a matrix 2 by 2. If this is a determinant, it means there will be determinant sign here. Very important, or there will be determinant sign here. Assume that we put determinant sign here and put determinant sign here. It means we have to find the determinant of P and Q respectively. But from here, we can clearly see that this is 2 by 2 matrix. So some students mistakenly use determinant here instead of multiplying 2 by 2 matrix to get PQ. So that should be noted, please. So let's consider this question. We are asked to find PQ plus 2Q. So the first thing for us to do, we have to find PQ first. Of course, this is from matrices and determinant. Let's write down the solution. Let's find PQ first. So we multiply the matrix P by Q. So P is 2. These are the elements minus 9, 1. Our Q is given as 1 minus 1, 3 minus 2. Of course, this is 2 by 2 matrix. So we are multiplying 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Of course, the outcome will be 2 by 2 matrix. The result will be 2 by 2 matrix. Very important. And how do we achieve that? We multiply row to column like this. We still pick this first row, multiply it by the two columns. Then we still do the same with the second row now to this column respectively. Very simple and easy. So let's look at the multiplication. PQ now will be, it will be 2 times 1, that's 2 times 1, plus 4 times 3, that's 4 times 3. Let me write it this way for clear understanding. Next will be 2 times minus 1, 2 times minus 1, you leave a small space. Then plus 4 times minus 2, 4 times minus 2. Then we close it like this. Let me put the sign here, like this. Very important. 2 times 1, then 4 times 3, 2 times minus 1, then 4 times minus 2. We are through with the first row, distributing over the first column and the second column, respectively. We'll pick the next row now, which is the second row now. To be minus 9 times 1, that's minus 9 times 1, plus 1 times 3, 1 times 3. We leave space as well. We do the same. Minus 9 times minus 1, minus 9 times minus 1, plus 1 times minus 2, like this. So this is what we are going to have. Very important. So PQ now will be, we have our 2 times 1, 2, plus. So it will be 2 plus 4 times 3, that's 12. Then this will be minus 2 plus minus what? That's minus 2 minus 8. Because this is 4 times minus 2. Of course, it will be minus 8. That will be minus 8. We have something like this. This is minus 9 plus 3. Minus times minus is positive. That will be 9. And of course, we have minus 2 here. There's minus 2 here because 1 times minus 2. That will be minus 2. Very important. Okay, since we are adding, we have minus 9. That's minus times minus is positive 9. Then 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. Then positive times is negative. So PQ now will be 2 plus 12, that's 14. Then minus 2 minus 8, that will be minus 10. Then plus minus 3 plus minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. Then 9 minus 7, of course, it will be 9 minus 2, of course, it will be 7. So this is the the matrix PQ. So we have our PQ now. Let me clean here. Let me clean here. Then the next thing to do now is to multiply to get 2m. That's 2q rather. We multiply this by, we distribute these 2 over this. It will now be 2 minus 2. 2 times 3, that's 6. Then minus 4. So we can now relate this information now. Let's clean here to achieve that. Our PQ is nothing but 14 minus 10 minus 6, 7 plus 2q is nothing but 2 minus 2, 6 minus 4. So the next thing for us to do is to add. How do we add? It will be 14 plus 2, that's 16. So the solution now is we'll have 16. The minus 10 minus 2, that will be minus 12. Very important. Next, now we move here. Minus 6 plus 6, that will be 0 because minus 6 plus 6 is 0. Then 7 minus 4, of course, it will be 3. So this is said to be the solution. 16 minus 12, 0, 3. So it means we can conclude that matrix PQ plus 2Q is nothing but 16 minus 12, 0, 3. So this is said to be the solution to 11A. Very important. Too direct, very easy. So let's move to B. Permit me to clean this side so that we can look at B. Let's clean this side so that we can solve B. Question B, read. A bag contains 8 red balls and some white balls, all of the same size. If the probability of drawing at random a white ball from the bag is half the probability of drawing a red ball, we are asked to find the number of white balls in the box, or in the bag rather. We don't know the white ball. So first thing to do, try to identify 11B now. Solution to 11B. This question is from probability. We don't know the number of white balls. So we can say let the number of white balls be X, since we don't know. So a bag contains 8 red balls and some white ball. We don't know some white ball. We don't know how many. So let's find the total possible outcomes now of this. Yes, the total possible outcome will be 8 plus the number of white. So we can say total possible outcomes. Total possible outcomes will now be 8 plus X balls. That's 8 red, then X white balls. All of the same size. If the probability of drawing at random a white ball, probability of drawing a white, that's probability of drawing a white ball from the bag is half the probability of drawing a red. Is half the probability of drawing, whatever the probability of white now will be equals to half the probability of what? Half the probability of drawing a red. So we have to find the probability of red first, drawing a red. Probability of drawing red will be, red is 8. That will be 8 out of the two. That's required outcomes. You know, probability of required outcomes divided by the total possible outcomes. In this case, our required outcomes is 8 out of what? 8 plus X. Very important. Very important. Then probability of picking a white now. Let's get white first. White is X. That will be X out of the total possible outcome. The required outcomes now is X out of 8 plus X. So we need to get this information first. Probability of drawing white ball will be number of white ball out of the total balls in the bag. The same thing with red. Then, with this information now, we can now go back to the question. If the probability of drawing at random a white ball Probability of drawing a whiteboard is this, which is x out of 8 plus x now. Is means, this word is equals to half the probability of drawing red, which is now 8 divided by 8 plus x. So this is the interpretation. Let me go back to the question again. If the probability of drawing at random a whiteboard, probability of picking a whiteboard is nothing but x divided by 8 plus x. The word is here is equals to half. Half means 1 divided by 2 of half the probability that's why we put bracket here. That's half times whatever the probability of red. And the probability of red is nothing but 8 divided by 8 plus x. So this is the interpretation. Just a question of solving for x, because let the number of white balls be x. And we are looking for find the number of white balls in the back. We are looking for x. Very important. So let's solve for x. Let's solve for x and see what will be the value of x. So it's very important for us to interpret this question like this. At this point, we may decide to distribute these two over. That will be x divided by 8 plus x will be equals to 1 times 8, that's 8, into, we can say 2 times 8, that's 16, plus 2 times x, that's 2x. Because this is like multiplication. 1 will multiply 8, 2 will multiply 8 plus x. So at this point, we can cross multiply. This will now be 16 plus 2x, all in x, will be equals to 8 into 8 plus x. This will be 16x. Let's open the bracket, plus 2x squared will be equals to 64 plus 8x. Let me repeat it again. X times 16 is 16x. X times plus 2x, that's 2x squared, equal 8 times 8 is 64, plus 8 times x is 8x. Of course, this is quadratic equation. Let's rearrange. This will be 2x squared plus 16x. Let me rearrange everything and equate it to 0, because quadratic equation is of the form, let me write it here, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we have to rearrange everything to look like this. Very important. That will be minus 8x now, minus 64 must be equals to 0. Very important. Okay, we are looking for x. Whatever the value of x will be the number of white balls in the back. We have 2x squared plus 16 minus 8x, of course, it will be plus 8x minus 64 equals 0. We can reduce this. Let's divide through by 2 to reduce it. Let's divide through by 2 such that we have x squared plus 8 divided by 2 is 4x minus 64 divided by 2, that's 32 equals 0. Is it factorizable? 2 factors of 32 that can give us plus 4. Of course, the larger factor has to be positive because of the positive number in the middle. 8 and 4. 8 times 4 is 32. It means we will have, since we have negative 32 here, one of the factors will be negative. But you have to check the middle term. If it is positive, the larger number will be positive. So the two factors are plus 8x and minus 4x. These are the two factors. So what are we going to do? We replace this with the middle terms such that we'll have x squared plus 8x minus 4x minus 32 equals 0. Let's group this and factor out. What is common here is x into x squared divided by x, that's x, plus 8x divided by x, that's 8. What is common here is 4 into 4x divided by 4 is x, plus 32 divided by 4 is 8. This must be equals to 0. Can see clearly that what we have in the bracket are the same. We pick what we have outside. That will be x minus 4 in bracket, then we'll pick the common bracket, which is x plus 8 equals 0. Very important. Equals 0 means either x minus 4 is equals to 0 or x plus 8 is equals to 0. Very important. So let's solve for x at this point. As I said, either x minus 4 equals 0 or x plus 8 equals 0. Let's collect like times. X will be equals to 4 or x will be equals to minus 8. But the number of white balls cannot be negative. So x cannot be minus 8. We deduce, we conclude that therefore x is nothing but 4. And the numbers of white balls in the bag is nothing but what? 4. So there are 4 white balls in that bag. So as I say, x cannot be negative because number of balls cannot be negative. So we go for x equals to 4. This is x1 and x2. So therefore, x is nothing but 4. So we can deduce that the number of white balls in that bag is nothing but 4. 4 white balls. Very important. So this is said to be the solution to question 11. Thank you for watching. Please do share this to your learned colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe to TJ Smart's Clinic for more interesting videos. See you in my next video with question 12.